Mental Health Awareness Month / week, and let's talk about bipolar disorder. I was diagnosed type 1 bipolar with rapid cycling when I was 14, and back then they did diagnose teenagers with bipolar, so I've been dealing with this for 24 years. I've been on a lot of psych meds, and I've been on plenty of grippy sock vacations. And so bipolar disorder is characterized by mood swings, and these mood swings last weeks to months. They don't happen in hours, they don't happen in days. They happen for weeks to months. And they are characterized by lower moods and elevated moods. And there are 3 types. There's type 1, type 2, and cyclothymic. Type 1, you get the full spectrum. You get the catatonia, want to unalive yourself, depression, to the I literally think I'm God, danger to others, mania. Type 2, you get the depression and you get hypomania, which is not full-blown mania. I'll get to the differences between the two in a second. Cyclothymic is a little bit of low, a little bit of high, but not severe enough to really classify as bipolar. So the difference between hypomania and mania is very profound, and I get really salty when people say they're manic, because if you're manic, you don't know you're manic. Okay? Hypomania is like being on. Mania is like you're on. Okay? When you're hypomanic, you have an elevated mood. You're feeling good. You're thinking more rapidly. You're probably more social, talking more. You might have a higher drive. You're more creative. Like, you feel good. You might need like lesser sleep. You feel good. That's hypomania. Okay? Mania, you're off your rocker. Okay, you have psychosis, and you have delusions and hallucinations and compulsions. You have no concept of foresight or repercussions or consequences. It's just like what's happening then. Okay? And some of the things that I've done while manic have been pretty jacked up. Alright, some of the lesser jacked up things I've done. I thought I was allergic to food for 11 days, so I didn't eat food for 11 days. I've run off to a hotel and hid because I thought that the men in black were after me. I thought that I was a Nephilim. I thought that I was part of the Illuminati bloodlines. I've been compelled to go look at every clearance rack in every Walmart for 50 miles. Yeah, I've ended up in the Grippy Sock Vacation Resort plenty of times. But bipolar disorder is a very severe, debilitating, lifelong illness that affects every aspect of your life. Sometimes you're so depressed that you would rather piss the bed than get up to go to the bathroom. Sometimes you're so manic that you're convinced that you are literally God and that you need to save the world. So when you're dealing with those kind of extreme moods, you don't think about stuff like work or food. You know, taking a shower. And because of that, you lose jobs. You lose jobs, you lose homes, you lose cars, you lose relationships. It affects every aspect of your life. And something that a lot of people don't really grasp about bipolar is that you could be on, I'm on enough meds to knock out an elephant. I'm on an antidepressant, an antipsychotic, and a mood stabilizer. Okay, and bipolar, the meds just take the edge off. It doesn't make bipolar go away. So instead of being catatonic, I just get depressed and sleep for 14 hours. Instead of going manic, I just feel good for a change, and I actually want to go out and do stuff instead of just be a hermit like I normally am. But this is why it's so important for people with bipolar disorder to, number 1, stay on their meds. Number 2, get therapy. And number 3, do a lot of introspection, because you need to understand your triggers, you need to understand your cycles, and you need to understand coping mechanisms. It's also really important for people that are bipolar to have a good support system. People that can notice even when they're having a mood change and kind of point it out if the person that's bipolar doesn't notice it. But for the love of God, if you think you're a bipolar, please go to a psychiatrist. Because it's not only debilitating and affects every aspect of your life, it can be downright dangerous. Alright? Bipolar is no joke. Take it from me, it is no joke.